My name is Adrian. Control. This game of basketball, the game that I loved, it started when I was just in the 7th grade. I had no clue what I was doing. But before I got to 7th grade, when I was after my 6th grade year, which was a horrible year, I was being bullied. I didn't know what. I hated middle school at my first year, and I was just scared. I was afraid I was going to be bullied again. But those bullies became my friends. So, now I didn't know what to do. During that summer, before I was going to be a 7th grader, I was playing the game of basketball on PSP. It was NBA 2K12. The game was awesome. I loved the game. It was really awesome. I really loved it, and I couldn't stop playing it. And I started learning the rules of this game. And so, the more I started playing it, the more I started learning about basketball. I started asking my uncle, about the game of basketball. He said he played it. He said he was pretty good at it. And so I was like, really? I was like, man. So he told me everything he knew, and so I got knowledge from him. And so once I got home, I told myself, man, I'm gonna practice and see how it goes. And so I practiced, and I was horrible. I was really horrible, man. But I kept practicing, and I started looking up videos. I started learning about players from the game, and then I started searching those players on YouTube, and I started seeing the moves that they did. I started seeing how good they were and what they did during the game. And so I was like, man, I gotta do this. I gotta play this. I gotta learn all this. So my aunt, she used to play the game of basketball at her school, and so I asked her to teach me some dribbling moves, and she did. She taught me the easy, through the legs. Of course, I hit my private parts. The first couple of times I hit down there, and it hurt, but it was a process. Okay, and so I started doing it, and I started doing it over and over again, hoping that I wouldn't hit myself anymore. But the pain was worth it. I guess it was worth it. It still hurt, but anyways, that's not the point. I started learning, and then I started doing this behind the back dribble. I started learning how to do the behind the back dribble. I started practicing more and more, and so I got to like 3 hours a day of practicing, literally. And all I needed to know was how to shoot. So I started seeing guys on how they shoot, and I think I shot the right way. Well, actually, I didn't, because I had like a weird looking shot. I looked like I was shooting like an old lady, with her back all bent, and my back, oh my gosh, man, I had a bad back. Okay, no wonder I was in so much pain during my early years of basketball. Because I wasn't shooting right. My back was all bent back and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, like no wonder. It was horrible. And so I knew I had to fix that, and luckily I did. But I didn't finish it before the 7th grade tryouts. I still had the same shot, and it was horrible. I didn't make the team. It was a very, very disappointing. I was crying. I told my parents about it, and they were like, they felt sad for me and all that stuff, and they were like, you gotta use it as motivation and all that, and I was like, I will. And so I was very motivated after that. So motivated, in fact, that I practiced basketball. I ran on the treadmill. I got in tremendous shape. I was literally in the shape. The shape I was in was like I was getting ready to freaking be in track. But I didn't like track at the time, so I was just like, nah, that's not for me. And so, man, I was really good. I think I got like 6 minutes in a mile. That's pretty good. I could have gotten better, but that wasn't my motivation. I was just trying to become the best basketball athlete I could. So I got better, and I started learning a lot more, and I finally fixed my shot. And so Man, thankfully, my shot was on point now. My shot was pretty good, and so 8th grade year, finally I made it. I got my retribution and my redemption, and so I made the team. But it was terrible. It was horrible. The 8th grade year was horrible. I didn't get many minutes and I didn't get a lot of chances, and so it was horrible. 9th grade year, last year, it was pretty much the same thing. But even the 7th grade teacher said he made a mistake, but nah, he didn't. It was the right choice. I wasn't ready that year, but yeah, it was horrible. But now, I'm not as motivated with the game of basketball, but I still love the game. I still play it, but I only play it just for the fun of it. I don't think that I don't like the game of basketball, but I don't like it as much as I used to. So, it's still a part of my life, but basketball will always still be a part of my life.